Monday, September 25th, 2006, Steve Gleason was responsible for one of the most dramatic moments in New Orleans Saints history.
It was so much bigger than just football.
If you reach a point in life where a statue is raised in your honor and you're actually there to see it, you can probably take a breather, rest on your laurels, because friend, your quote-unquote statue-worthy days are most likely behind you. Unless you're someone like Steve Gleason. After being diagnosed with ALS, instead of deciding to die, Steve decided to live. He would make videos to communicate to his unborn son, which would be turned into the award-winning documentary Gleason.
Even if it does crush my body, it's not going to crush my life.
And as rare as someone like Steve might seem to be, he found others with the same gritty, no-nonsense, statue-worthy approach when it came to helping people living with ALS. Together, they formed Team Gleason, a foundation committed to helping close to 30,000 people to date by providing critical equipment, funding life adventures around the world, and giving people living with ALS the essential technology needed to stay connected with loved ones and live meaningful lives. Team Gleason currently receives over 300 requests for assistance every month and works tirelessly to fulfill every one possible. Among other things, the foundation has created the Team Gleason House for Innovative Living, passed 2 laws ensuring people have access to vital communication devices, and helped innovate for new technologies that not only help people living with ALS, but everyone who uses assistive tools. Team Gleason has also partnered with companies like Microsoft, Google, Comcast, and many others to continue their commitment to helping provide innovative leading-edge technology to further empower those diagnosed with ALS. In 2013, the Team Gleason Summit would bring together top leaders within the ALS research community to share the stage with people living with ALS. This first-of-its-kind event would result in the creation of Answer ALS, the single largest, most comprehensive ALS research project in history, dedicated to finding treatments or a cure for ALS. And as Steve knows, the whole is better than the sum of its parts. Answer ALS's coordinated and open program is led by leaders in ALS research and comprised of over 100 researchers and clinicians. People like Jeff Rothstein, Merritt Kudowitz, and Clive Svensson. It's also led by an advisory board of people living with ALS. People like Peter Warlick, a man who, upon being diagnosed with ALS, instead of deciding to get his affairs in order, decided to convene a coalition in his aviation industry, call it Aviators Against ALS, and raise over $6 million for ALS research. And people like Ed Rapp, who calls himself a tractor salesman, but led a global company, Caterpillar, and continues to drive Answer ALS research and discoveries forward, all while living with ALS. Like Team Gleason, Answer ALS has partnered with academic institutions, technology giants, organizations, and others in an effort to create a massive trove of data to share with the world. Just last year, Answer ALS launched the largest ALS data portal of its kind, leveraging powerful information from over 1,000 ALS participants. To date, nearly 200 independent research projects have begun from the openly shared data. This data has already yielded previously unknown discoveries, and as Steve says, we're just getting started. While Team Gleason and Answer ALS were both launched by Steve, the two organizations have partnered with the world's most innovative companies, thinkers, and renowned ALS research institutions, while being actively guided by direct input from people living with ALS. And while there's no one on earth quite like Steve Gleason, Steve will be the first to tell you that without the sacrifices made by thousands of caretakers and volunteers, the incredible resiliency of people living with ALS, and the tireless commitment of those working for Team Gleason and Answer ALS, there would be no laws with Steve's name on it, no medal presented to him by Congress, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives wouldn't have been inspired by our cause. The truth is, there are many here tonight whose efforts are worthy of a statue. Because if you're willing to spend your time helping people connect with loved ones, if you're willing to burn the midnight oil crunching numbers for a possible solution, or brave enough to not only face a disease, but help your loved ones fight it, if you'd give your blood, sweat, tears, heck, even your DNA to create a way for others to defeat ALS? We believe there's no one on earth more worthy of being fashioned and is something for all of us to look upon and aspire to be. Be the change. Be statue-worthy.